Redoing NHL offseason moves featuring the St. Louis Blues from 2006 to 2012. After the 2006 season, the Blues make a few trades. The Blues trade Doug Weight and Dean McCammon to the Atlanta Thrashers for Braden Coburn and a first-round pick in 2006. They also trade Scott Young and Mike Sillinger to the Washington Capitals for a second-round pick in 2006 and a second-round pick in 2007. Keith Tkachuk is traded to the Phoenix Coyotes for a first-round pick in 2006. The Blues end up with 5 first-round picks in the 2006 draft. At the 2006 draft, the Blues trade up. They trade picks 29, 31, and 52 to the Colorado Avalanche for pick 18. 2006 draft, pick 1, Jonathan Toews, pick 12, Brian Little, pick 18, Chris Stewart, pick 25, Patrick Berglund, pick 35, Jeff Petrie, pick 64, Steve Mason, pick 94, Leo Komarov. The Blues don't sign Bill Guerin, Martin Ruchinski, Manny Legacy, or Radek Dvorak in free agency. After the 2007 season, the Blues make 2 trades. St. Louis Blues trade Eric Brewer and Peter Chyanek along with Lee Stepniak to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Alex Steen and a first-round pick in 2008. They also trade Dallas Drake to the Dallas Stars for a third-round pick in 2007. The St. Louis Blues finished the 2006-2007 season with the second worst record in the league. However, they end up winning the draft lottery. The St. Louis Blues end up with 4 first-round picks in the 2007 draft. 2007 draft, pick 1, Patrick Kane, pick 13, Lars Eller, pick 18, Ian Cole, pick 26, David Perron, pick 33, P.K. Subban, pick 85, Carl Hagelin, pick 154, Justin Braun. The Blues don't sign Andy McDonald, Paul Kariya, or Dan Heino in free agency. After the 2008 season, the Blues make 1 major trade. St. Louis Blues trade Brad Boyce and Barrett Jackman to the San Jose Sharks for Matt Carl and a first-round pick in 2010. With the additions of Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, the St. Louis Blues have a much better season. However, the Blues still can't make the playoffs because they don't have a true number 1 goalie yet. They end up with a 12th pick in the draft. The Blues got a first-round pick from the Maple Leafs in Eric Brewer Alex Steen trade. The Leafs have the 4th pick in the draft. This pick now belongs to the Blues. At the 2009 draft, the Blues trade down. They trade pick 12 to the Florida Panthers for pick 31 and a first-round pick in 2009. 2008 draft, pick 4, Alex Pietrangelo, pick 31, Derek Stepan, pick 33, Jake Allen, pick 44, Marco Scandella, pick 65, Yuri Laterra. David Backes is re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $2.5 million per season. Alex Steen is re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $2 million per season. Braden Coburn is re-signed to a 2-year deal. The Blues don't sign Jay McKee in free agency. The St. Louis Blues make the playoffs in the 2008-2009 season. However, they get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. They end up with the 21st pick in the draft. 2009 draft, pick 21, John Moore, pick 52, Riley Smith, pick 82, Sammy Vatanen, pick 172, Darcy Kuemper. After the 2010 season, the Blues make 1 major trade. They trade Chris Stewart, Justin Braun, and a first-round pick in 2010 to the Washington Capitals for Mike Green. The Blues lost in the second round of the playoffs in the 2009-2010 season. They end up with a 26th pick in the draft. Since the Blues didn't draft David Rumblin in the 2009 draft, they don't have Ottawa's first-round pick in 2010, which means they don't have a chance to pick Vladimir Tarasenko in the 2010 draft. At the 2010 draft, the Blues trade up. They trade picks 26, 56, and 86 to the Phoenix Coyotes for pick 13. 2010 draft, pick 13, Jaden Schwartz. Patrick Kane is re-signed to a 6-year deal worth $6.5 million per season. Jonathan Toews is re-signed to a 5-year deal worth $6.3 million per season. David Perron is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $2 million per season. Steve Mason is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $2.9 million per season. After the 2011 season, the Blues make a blockbuster trade. They trade Eric Johnson to the Pittsburgh Penguins for Jordan Staal. They also trade Ben Bishop to the Columbus Blue Jackets for a first-round pick in 2012. The Blues made it to the Stanley Cup Finals but get beat by the Boston Bruins in 6 games. They now have the 29th pick in the draft. The Blues still have their first-round pick in 2011 because they made a different trade for Eric Johnson. At the 2011 draft, the Blues trade up. They trade picks 29, 60, and 88 to the Edmonton Oilers for pick 19. 2011 draft, pick 19, Oscar Klefbom, pick 46, Joel Edmundson. P.K. Subban is re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $3.75 million per season. T.J. Oshie is re-signed to a 1-year deal worth $2.5 million per season. Patrick Berglund is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $2.25 million per season. Darcy Kuemper is re-signed to a 3-year deal. The Blues don't sign Jamie Langenbrunner or Jason Arnott in free agency. After the 2012 season, the Blues make a few trades. The Blues trade Sammy Vatanen and Riley Smith to the Washington Capitals for K.Alzner and a second-round pick in 2013. They also trade Mike Green to the Philadelphia Flyers for JVR. T.J. Oshie and Brian Elliott are traded to the New York Islanders for K.Okposo and a third-round pick in 2012. In the Ben Bishop trade, the Blues received the first-round pick in 2012. The Blue Jackets finished with a much better record, so they don't have the number 2 pick anymore. They end up with the 8th pick in the draft. The Blues end up losing in the conference finals to the LA Kings in 6 games. At the 2012 draft, they make a few trades. Jaroslav Halak is traded to the Buffalo Sabres for a second-round pick in 2012. 2012. Matt Carle is traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning for a 3rd round pick in 2013. 2012 draft pick 8, Philip Forsberg, pick 27, Tanner Pearson, pick 44, Jake McCabe, pick 58, Jordan Martinook, pick 65, Shane Gostisbehere, pick 88, Cedric Paquette. Carl Hagelin is re-signed to a 2-year deal worth $2.2 million per season. Before the beginning of the season, the Blues make a few trades. The Blues trade Steve Mason, Oscar Klefbom, David Perron, and a 2nd round pick in 2013 to the Carolina Hurricanes for Cam Ward and Jussi Jokinen. If the Blues make it to the conference finals, the Hurricanes get a 1st round pick in 2014. The Blues also trade David Backes, Braden Coburn, and Tanner Pearson to the Vancouver Canucks for Alex Edler. They also trade JVR and Yuri Laterra to the New York Rangers for Michael Del Zotto, Brandon Preston, and a 2nd round pick in 2014, as well as a 2nd round pick in 2015. Jussi Jokinen is traded to the Buffalo Sabres for Nathan Gerbe and a 3rd round pick in 2013. Alex Edler is re-signed to a 6-year deal worth $5 million per season. Derek Stefan is re-signed to a 3-year deal with $3.75 million per season. Lars Eller is re-signed to a 3-year deal with $1.1 million per season. Marco Scandella is re-signed to a 2-year deal with $1 million per season. A.Pietrangelo is re-signed to a 7-year deal worth $6.5 million per season. This contract starts in the 2013-2014 season. This is how the lineup looks like at the beginning of the 2012-2013 season. The first line is Jaden Schwartz, Jonathan Toews, and K.Alzner-PK. The second line is Alex Steen, Jordan Staal, and Patrick Kane. The third line is Carl Hagelin, Derek Stefan, and Patrick Berglund. The fourth line is Brandon Prust, Lars Eller, and Nathan Gerbe. The first D pair is Alex Edler and Alex Pietrangelo. Second D pair is K.Alzner and P.K. Subban. Third D pair is Marco Scandella and Michael Del Zotto. Goaltenders are Cam Ward and D.Kuemper. Next, I'll be redoing NHL offseason moves for the Calgary Flames from 2009 to 2016.